And we're off. I'm playing this. Kind of very excited for this thing. Not sure what's going to come from it. It may not work at all. I don't give a fuck because it's all for me. I'm doing this for myself. That's what you need to realize as well as on an entrepreneur. You gotta. The reason you're doing all these videos, you're pushing yourself every single day. For this January 2024, I've been pushing myself like crazy, like Danny Pena says, like a rented mule, beating myself, pushing myself, and I realize again and again that only I am my own competition. I literally do not care about people on the street or I've seen on the internet because it's hard enough competing with myself. I know what I want from myself, what I expect from myself. And I'm just pushing myself every freaking day. Make a list of what did I do well, what can I improve. That is pretty much there's only two questions that run in my mind right now, and I'm only competing myself. So you should all start videoing your journey because you're gonna trust me. There's videos I've made 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, and I look back and I'm like, damn, I am proud. I am proud of myself. Doesn't matter what your parents are proud of or your teachers or your friends. You got to be proud of yourself. And that's just a different feeling when it finally sinks in and you actually kind of can embody it. So that's what I'm going to expect on this. I want every team member eventually doing the same thing as me. And what are we doing? Well, I want to get into that in the next kind of episode series or whatever. I'm going to explain the kind of groundwork, why I'm doing this. Is accountability. I want to dive into that and kind of show you exactly how I've been planning for this, really how the universe secretly conspires to give you what you want. Like everything I've asked for, I've realized I already have it. I already asked for it. Even this room, like I'm gonna stand up and walk around a bit. I've got this room here and I've got my little, see if this follows me. Yes it does. Sick, it does. Yeah, I put a nice jumper on, but I've got crappy trousers on. Hilarious. Got my joggers on. But the point is, I was like, I want an office. You know, the whole point of doing this, I want an office. I want my own office. And I literally clicked today after 5 years living here. Holy crap, I have an office. Yes, it's not exactly to the specs I want with like, you know, a rotating desk where I have like a desk behind me and I have different scenes and different cameras, different scenes and different lighting and switches and, you know, my own color style. But it's crazy how it's giving me the space to even do these videos in a quiet, peaceful environment. So very, very blessed. And how I'm going to show you this, let me just kind of fire back into my screen share. How even this, when I made this back in, oh yeah, I'm clicking on OBS thing, my bad. Let me go back to actually my laptop where it's actually streaming from. And this little thing, it's not going to make sense, but the point is, when I go back, I actually check the time of this. I was planning this in June 2019, even way before that, to be honest. This is just when I finally compiled the notes into one spreadsheet, one document, to then share my team. But what my idea is literally to do exactly what I'm doing now. Kind of check my Facebook ads in the morning, how that's running, then follow up, then record videos, go for a gym, have a cold shower, record these videos in batches, Facebook Live daily. This is stuff I wrote down 5 years ago, literally 5 years ago. It's crazy. You know, have screenshots, post my lifestyle pictures, post memes, post I don't know what the D is for, but accelerator call, testimonial, interview. All of this is literally happening right now, and it blows my mind. I only came across this document the other day when I was just kind of organizing some stuff. I'm like, wow. And I used to call it SMN. Now I call it attention arbitrage, AA, because that's what I'm doing. Arbitrage and attention. That's the new currency of today's world. But of course, using it instead of shaking my butt, it's not much to shake. It's, you know, actually delivering some information, building the team, building the community. And I realized I gotta have the help. I've got to sort out my habits first of all. That's the first thing I gotta sort out. I've really tamed in my gym stuff. I've even got this thing on my phone. I'm not gonna share the full screen thing, but I've got my little habits. See, I've got little habits here on my phone, which is literally the kind of the home screen on my phone. So I'm gonna wake up, dress for the gym right away, and I'm on my PC. I'm going to load my PC because I like to work from my computer and laptop, but since I'm on my laptop a lot, I like to have a PC because it tricks your brain in a way and allows you to just work more. If you switch between different things like iPad, phone. Just like I kind of rotate throughout the day just to squeeze in a little bit more work, because it's very hard to just sit on the laptop and only work on the laptop. That's a little tip. But as I'm kind of dressed for the gym, I go on my computer and I'm going to rewatch these streams, see what I can improve, see if I need to slow down, see if I need to go quiet or louder or get more excited. I don't know, like just amp things up and see what I'm testing new ideas. Then I'm going to journal, tweak my Trello board. So what you don't see here, and I may be looking to the left or the right, whatever on the camera, is just a few notes. So I prepare for the stream. I have like literally a few bullet points, not like a script, obviously. I'm not reading from a script here. Go over it, tweak my Trello board, which I like the way it breaks things down, and then prepare for today's stream. This isn't streaming, this will be streaming eventually when, have my own studio and all that. And actual people to watch this. Probably from next week. I don't care about the people watching it, I just care about testing the tech, because I've just downloaded OBS Studios, played around with it. It's my first time using it. I've always used different stuff on different recorders, like 20 different recorders literally by this point. But OBS is really nice because I can switch between the scenes, and I cannot wait to get a Stream Deck to just be like boom boom, like change scenes, do sound effects, like get into that zone. I really like what the podcast guys are doing, but this isn't the podcast really yet. I do want to do interviews with my own team members, but not that stuff. Anyways, back to the list. So once I've done that for like an hour, I like to work a little bit before, then I go gym. I get the blood flowing, work out a little bit, come back, and then I check my opportunities board, where right now is a bit plain and basic, but just for testing. So opportunities board is basically this. I'm going to have my lead bucket, my people who I've called, send the VSL, which is like a 5-minute video explaining the system in more detail, which will bring up questions that I want to have on the follow-up call. So in the meantime, follow texts and emails going out, and then I'm going to get them to pay up a deposit to start working with us. Very, very simple right now. I want to keep it very simple. I've found massive value for the most complicated guy who likes to overcomplicate everything in his life, because I'm trying to do too much. I just want to have real simplicity this year. It's going to be a very simple system, as you're going to see when I draw it out on the iPad in next video, next series, episode, whatnot. It's going to be very simple, because I just want a nice little passive money machine, which I'm very, very close to achieving, and have that working while I work on myself. So after I've checked this stuff, I'm going to prepare the cold calls. I'm actually going to do the stream first, because I like to kind of speak freely, speak from my heart. And as I'm doing this, it's not perfect. I'm all over the place. I'm speaking very quickly. I don't know what I'm saying next, but that's the point of this. That's literally why I'm doing these little things, these little clips. None of this has been prepared. I haven't rehearsed any of this. It's just literally just speaking, which when I get on the phone, I don't want to be rehearsing cold scripts. It's boring to me. I want to do something like cool like this, add some value, update my team members, where I don't need to do one video separately for each one. I'm just going to use the streams also to educate my team and to update my team. So Christina will be watching these and just make little notes. If I say, hey, delegate this to Julian, she'll go delegate it. I don't need to go and contact Julian and tell him what to do and record a specific video for him. I'm removing every single thing that's slowing me down. I do truly believe I'm becoming like a next ultimate version of myself. And it's scary. It's very, very scary, because I've been so used to this version of Vitali that's been growing, it's been doing well. But what's going to happen in 2024 is going to be, what some people call a quantum leap, literally a quantum leap, where it's not going to be just version 2.0 to 3.0. It's going to be like just infinitely sharper, more on point. Martial arts skills are going to improve. My core skills are going to improve. I've got to have a bigger team, and with that comes more money, which is also very scary to think about. And a lot of people say, hey, I want to make money, and I see these posts on Instagram or whatever, but I don't think they've actually stopped to think, like, what would they actually do with 100k a month, 200, 500k a month, $1 million a month, which is my goal. I know it's crazy now, but I've said it right here on this stream. This is what these streams are for, because in a year's time, when I'm $1 million a month, I can look back and be like, yeah, I wasn't full of shit. That's exactly what I'm fucking doing. And it's going to happen sooner or later. And lo and behold, I've documented almost every single day of the journey. How epic is that going to be? I digress. The money thing is, I've realized it's just not about the money. Like adding an extra 10k, 20, it's not gonna really change who I am. These habits are gonna change who I am. These streams are gonna change. Going to the gym every single day, just pushing myself, just staying true to my word. I haven't been true to my word in the past years, because if I say, I'm not gonna have any snacks today, I'll still go buy that piece of cake. Or yeah, I'm gonna go gym in the morning, but I don't go to the gym in the morning. I've always not stuck to my word, and that fucks you as an entrepreneur, because your word starts to mean nothing. If you say this one thing and you're like, I don't want to do it, don't need to do it, it's not productive. First of all, it's not effective, it's not inspiring. You don't make money, you struggle with basic shit. You're not becoming the ultimate self. There's a Goggins clip I need to show you guys, but I'll show much later because there's just too many threads going on here. I'll cover it in the next. I'll make a note to cover it in the next series when I rewatch this. So the point is, I've got to set up new habits to become a totally new person. I truly feel it's coming. This thing is about to blow, and it's really scary because I'm thinking about, wow, this, like everything I've wanted in my 12 years is coming into fruition now, and it's really scary to think about because I'm gonna be in a totally different person in a totally different place, able to travel more, meet totally new people, and like, wow, that's like my comfort zone that I've built has been nice, and I've almost said goodbye to this apartment because I'm like, it served its purpose for all this time, and it's almost sad to let it go. Like now I kind of appreciate my time more in this place because I'm like, wow, I'm truly about to leave this place and start a new venture, a new chapter in my life. And it's almost like a little bit like I feel like a little like tingling going on. It's like really like emotional, and it's very sensitive right now. Very, very kind of an interesting time. So let's get into it. After that, I mean, my other habits are like basically don't eat before. And until I've done my work and done my calls, I'm not going to eat. I don't like to eat before work. It makes me lethargic and slow. There's just certain habits I'm going to go dive deep into each one in maybe different episodes or team trainings. But the ultimate thing I really now need to focus on, and the whole point I'm recording this, is accountability. What I mean by that, and what's my next step on accountability, is I need to get a mentor. I haven't had a mentor in a long time, and I remember every time I did have a mentor, someone who I've actually paid money to be there and listen to me and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you said you're gonna do this, but you didn't do it. I've done it consistently better. And if not a mentor, a business partner who actually did work with me. I've had iffy business partnerships before. The last one was the communication was a bit trash, in my opinion, so it couldn't really work with him. The previous one just stole a bunch of money from me. That didn't work out. Before that, was a business partner, Joe. That was great. We made great money together, had a lot of fun, and we're still friends to this day. So you win some, you lose some, basically. My plan for now is to hire someone. Specifically, I'm thinking about Jordan Platten. If you haven't checked him out, SMA guy, you should go subscribe to his channel. Really, really cool. But I have this little thing where I like to just go all the way down to the bottom and see how Jordan began it. Because this, like, I'm not gonna say that I'm the first person who's thinking of this and they're launching an online business and documenting it. Like, there's people before me who've done this. I mean, Iman's channel, even to some extent, like Andrew Tate and all the big guys who've popped off. Yeah, they've done their own thing and they've documented it. But I'm specifically looking for someone who's done what I've done. And I just sat down one night and looked back all this time ago, 5 years ago. Good old Jordan, also a guy from the UK, not too far from here in Norwich. And I feel, because he's done the videos, he's documented it, he makes great content, he's in the same industry, we're kind of using the same tools and software, he's also built his own team around it. I feel this guy I need to connect with to help me grow to another level. Like this, I think this mentorship is going to help me grow. It may not even be Jordan. I've got two other mentors in my mind, but for now I feel Jordan's just the best fit for me, because just the style, the vibe, very similar story, even very like near, pretty much exact same taste in cars. Like he had a BMW M4, which I want to get as well, and a Porsche, which I can't see here. Where was it? And he's doing cold calls, not to mention. So that's one of his cars. Okay, Jaguar, nice. But where is the? I'm kind of looking at it. I can't find it. Well, when you guys subscribe to this, you can check it out. There we go. Porsche Taycan Turbo S. That's literally the car I want to get when I go to, where is it? What's the car cars, go high level. What's the car? Yeah, supercharged SaaS program. There we go. Because once on high level, when I this is just a separate side gig. Once I've got a few people in, I do want to get the Porsche Taycan as a gift to myself. So that's literally the car I've had my eyes on, and I've seen it in London, and it looks epic, and especially in that grey color that he has, it looks so nice. So it's just gonna be cool seeing all this shit and experiencing all this stuff. And I'm very excited to see where this goes. Again, I haven't even messaged him yet. I'm in his groups and whatever programs, but let's see what happens. Very cool channel to check out. So let's see where we at. The plan is essentially now is to get on these cold calls. See what we got. Wrapping up. I do like the model I've been doing. The easiest way for me to stream is literally to just do what these guys are doing. I'll show you. Yeah, this guy here, like, I mean, I've seen so many. I'm pulling this guy up as an example because I had it saved, where they just record their cold calls and see how it goes. I don't know what's going on there. So that's gonna be very interesting. To the point where once I want my offer so systemized that I can recruit these guys. The issue of these guys starting fresh and developing, growing their own business. Just close that. Oops. That's my bad. Let me close that out. This happens when you record shit, and I'm not going to edit this as well. I don't care. The thing of hiring these guys is, or whatever they're working on, is it's so difficult. Oops. Let me just do this one, because it's not tracking me now. I forgot my camera responds to hand movements as well, so I can't be doing too many crazy stuff on my hands. Yeah, the thing of having a fresh business from scratch, as I've experienced, is you got to work out. And I'm going to cover this next series. Actually, this is so prime for this. Just wrap up this thing and cover this next. Is you got to generate leads. You got to call the leads. You got to learn how to do all that cold stuff. You got to prepare your Zoom presentation. Then you got to learn how to sell. Then you got to learn how to fulfill and stay. The hardest bit is fulfilling. Then you made a sale, we got some money. I'm like, oh, now I got to fulfill for this guy, while continuing to keep selling. Very difficult to do. Very difficult to balance. So what I want to approach these sales guys is, look, you do your selling. You do you every single day, all day. I will do the fulfillment. I've done that. That's what I am. I'm a systems guy. I'm a fulfillment guy. I put together this software stuff very easily. This is what I've been doing for 12 years mostly. When it comes to sales, I'm not that good yet, but I want to document it, which is the perfect case study, because you're going to see me going from absolutely appalling to being absolute killer on the phone. At least that's my intention. But there's a big problem to solve with the agency space. A lot of these young guys want to come in, but they don't know how to fulfill for the client, nor they really want to, or they want to learn, but it's too taxing to do everything at once. They are much better at making 10 sales and give me 50% to implement, rather than take 100% of 1 or 2 clients and be slowed down, have all this massive learning curve. So that's one of the problems I'm going to solve, which is also going to grow my team and grow my business. I'm ahead of these guys by 5 years, 6 years. So just like Jordan's ahead of me by like 5 years, well, maybe a few years, maybe 1 year, 2 years. I'm ahead of these guys by 1, 2, 3 years. So this community is so weird, because we are in direct competition with ourselves, but we just help each other out as much as we can. Like Jordan is a direct competitor to me. He's taking the customers that I want to have, but who cares? Because there's so much business to go around. I'd rather partner with a guy, learn from him, see what value I can add to his business. Maybe he needs part of my services to plug into his SMA business, because I'm more focused on the AI automations. My stuff is AI automations agency. That's what I have. He has an SMA business, which is a social media marketing agency. So that's the plan. Gonna quit rambling for now, call it an episode, and then the next one I'm gonna test the iPad out and break some more things. Probably, hopefully not. It's gonna work fine, and I'm gonna just kind of explain what I'm planning to do with this thing. Okay, I need to move this cursor. So yeah, let's go. Go back to the camera. There we go. It's pretty good. Fun little episode documenting the journey. First one down. I'm gonna mark these as like episode 001 or 002. To the point where it's going to be just so fun to see, episode 444 or episode 999. And when I get to when I get to episode 1,000, that's gonna be so epic to have literally 1,000 episodes logged and recorded. And boy, by that point, fuck me, man. Or definitely won't be here. I'll be saying goodbye to this place probably by episode like 50, to be honest. Well, that's gonna happen. Let's call it episode 49. I'll be out of this place in a new environment. We'll see about that. Go on, universe. Manifest this shit for me. But you got to put in the work, of course. You got to still put in the work. So I'm going to cover this. I'm going to just go straight into episode number 2. Let me adjust myself. And kind of just quickly make that a lot simpler. And just cover exactly the fundamentals of the business. And exactly how I'm going to work with every single team member in this space. Cool. In a bit.